Hello and welcome to the Quiver channel. I am Jason, your host, and I'd like to go through some things, coping strategies that I have, and ways that I deal with not leaving the house. I have PTSD, ADHD, Bipolar type 2, and Autism, all officially diagnosed. I don't leave my house much at all. In fact, in an average year, I would probably leave the house probably 2 or 3 times. So how do I cope? How do I live when so much of life is out there? Well, the first and one of the best, I have been a part of Amazon. Now I know Amazon has a bad rap and that, but during these years, even when Paola was alive, when my wife was disabled as well, Amazon allowed us to order items and get them here the next day, or even the same day, no matter what. There is not much that I can't order via Amazon. It allows me to order food. I can do a complete food shop on Amazon on their connection with the local supermarket, and I can get delivered to my house a full shop quicker than if I went to the actual store myself, which I couldn't do anyway. Quicker than if I actually went to the store's own online portal. I can literally, let me just go to my Amazon page now, and let's see if I click on the thingy, I can get a delivery. It's now 4 a.m. I can get a delivery at between 9 and 10 a.m. to my house. I could do a full shop now and have it come to my house. So that has allowed me the freedom of thinking. Yes, I have to do it has to really be a £60 shop for it to have the free delivery and that. But for me, it is a perfect way to keep food in the house and to be able to do all that. Because I can't just leave the house and walk to a local shop to pick up stuff. I can't afford to have takeout all the time. I can't afford to. People forget just how easy it is. If you're not locked into the house, if you're not stuck in a house, you can just, without thinking, say, oh, I need some bread, I need some milk, I need something. I'll just pop to the local shop. I can't do that as a disabled person. So that's one of the first things. Amazon is amazing for that. The UK Postal Services, if you're in the UK Postal Service, their main site has a click and collect system. Now you will pay extra for this, but seeing as I can't go to my local and drop off a letter in the post box, it's like 4 streets away and there's people between me and there, and it would be an issue. So, like today, I wanted to send a letter to the disability people, and so tomorrow morning it will be picked up by the postal service and delivered the next day. So that allows me to send postal stuff. My GP is amazing. They know my situation. They know what I face. So I actually enjoy the ability to have an appointment via the phone. So if there's something going on or they need to talk to me, unless it's something where they need specific things, like they need to check something physically out, they will send someone out to me, or they will actually have a phone call appointment. And the same with my phone appointment to the hospital. A lot of my phone appointments to the hospital can be done that way. And even my appointments when they were keeping an eye on me, when all this coping strategy was just starting up. It was a far more of a relief to me to have the phone. Technology has always been my preferred thing. The idea of going to a hospital and sitting in a waiting room. My GP even sends the nurse out if I need a blood test to check whether the cancer's come back or anything like that. They do blood tests regularly and I do my own blood pressure and take those readings and do that for them as well. Wow. It's all possible via this system, which really does help. So those have allowed for nearly everything to be covered. In fact, I don't think there's anything that I've had to do. And another thing, I have a local vet who provides a home-based service. Once again, you pay extra for this, but the idea of me taking my dogs in a vehicle that I didn't know to a local surgery, having to sit in a waiting room to have would be very, very, very hard to do for me, almost impossible to do. But my local vet is wonderful, and all I have to do is ring up and say, could you come out and check Bertie or Beryl, and have a see how they are. And they might say, if there's something specific wrong, take pictures of it so that they can actually check it. That's fine. And then we go from there. It's allowed me to look after my dogs, and because my dogs are between 15 and 16 years old now. They're getting on. They're really old for the type of dogs they are, and they don't want to go for walks. They literally, their excitement level to go out is just to go into the backyard. They like to go into the backyard and play around a little bit for 5 minutes, and then they want to come straight back in. They don't want to go on walks. They haven't wanted to for quite a while. So that's covered. I'm not trying to think of an area of my life. I mean, I used to have to order computer parts from a normal shop, but Amazon. I mean, I know Amazon is like has shut down a lot of small businesses, but when it comes down to it, as a customer, as someone who's disabled, Amazon and places like when the Royal Mail and the local mail will do click and collect have been an absolute lifesaver for me. I can do all of those things that I would be very hard pressed to do via just these few simple things. And it's not a lot. Used to be a lot more that I had to do. Even my bank has a dedicated section for priority health. And my water authority has a dedicated section for disabled people to help people like me. Priority services. So same with my electricity company, because the electricity company is one thing, but the actual overarching structure is covered by another company, and I'm on their registry as a priority person. If my power goes out, they can provide a generator and things like that. Not that I'd need it because I've got all this stuff already myself. But that actually, I've got a little bit of grain in my teeth. Weird. So yeah, there's so many things now that have made my life easier being shut in, being in here. And while, like I talked about in the last video, the idea of leaving my house would be absolutely terrifying but amazing if we could work out a mobile safe space, then yeah, it's interesting. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I just wanted to talk about this a bit in case anybody's wondering how I managed to function in that without the connection, without being able to leave the house.